Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a new challenge video for you guys today. I'm gonna see how much money we can make purely from selling parsnips for the whole spring season. Not selling anything else. I'm fishing purely for food, and I will be mining to try and get as many sprinklers as possible. That's all we're doing. We are planting parsnips all season long. So, we'll start off day one. As you saw, I cleared off the field, went and spent all my money on some parsnips, and we are just gonna get those laid down and planted. After we get those planted, we've gotta go forage so we can have energy to even water these guys. So I'm gonna wander around, pick up whatever forage I can find, and I'm gonna be having to forage a lot to keep my energy up for all the parsnips that will be planted. So after we get enough foraging, we're gonna water these guys, and then we are gonna head to bed and start all over again on day 2. All right, so start off on day 2. We're gonna just get these guys watered, and nothing too exciting. We're gonna see lots of watering and planting, but yeah, we're gonna get these guys watered, and then we are gonna head off and start fishing since we can get our rod today. And then we'll just fish for a while, see what we can get, so we can make sure we have some energy to keep watering and planting these guys. Alright, on to day 3, and everyone's favorite thing to see, rain. So, no watering today. We're just going to head right up to the lake and see how much fish we can get for the day. On to day 4, we're going to water these guys. They're looking nice. We'll be ready to harvest tomorrow. And then after we get these watered, we're going to head back onto the old trusty water and fish some more. I'm going to need a lot of fish for the amount of watering that you will see coming soon. Alright, we're on to day 5. As you can see, I got a pesky little crow there, but my parsnips are ready for harvest. So we harvest those guys up. We're going to hoe some more ground because we're going to be able to sell these guys and then buy a whole lot more. So we're going to hoe about what I think I'm going to need, get these guys watered, and then we're going to head off to Pierre's and see how many we can buy. 70 parsnips. So we're going to get those guys planted, and I was just short on how many I got. Alright. And then we're going to head up to the mine. Since the mines are unlocked, we are going to start trying to get as much copper as I can. The sooner I can get on those sprinklers, the better my life will be. Alright, day 6. Gus comes and gives me the furnace recipes, and it's raining again, so no watering for me. We get that furnace crafted, and then we're just gonna head on up to the mines and keep getting on that copper, see how far down we can get today. Alright, day 7. We got some copper smelting. We're getting those bars going, and then we're just gonna water what we got going on. After we do some watering, you guessed it, we are back up into the mines to keep getting copper. And that's how day 7 goes, just like day 6. Alright, day 8. We got another pesky little crow, but at least I'm able to build a scarecrow. Then we head to Pierre's, we buy some more parsnips, we get everything hoed out and planted, and then we are back into the mines again today, guys. We're down in the 30s, we're getting close to silver, we're getting that copper stockpiled up. Alright, day 9, we've got parsnips to harvest. So, we're gonna harvest those guys up, water what we can until Pierre's open, and then see what our profits are today. We got a good chunk of change to spend, and then we are able to get, drum roll, 128 parsnips today. So we're gonna head on back and get those guys planted out. Gonna need to do some more hoeing and watering. And then after we get that all finished, we are back in the mines. We're getting close to be able to make some sprinklers. So we gotta keep mining away. Alright, day 10. Marnie comes with her dog. Of course, we adopt him. And then just a lot of watering. Lots of watering today. And then once we get all of our watering done for the day, back in the mines. We're in the silver levels now, so we're able to get those, which means we're getting really close to being able to level up enough to build our sprinklers. Alright, day 11, and I'm sure you can guess what we got going on today. More watering. And then off into the mines. Alright, we're gonna harvest some parsnips and head to Pierre's. We get about 80 of them, and then guess what, guys? It's sprinkler day. We finally have unlocked the sprinklers and have enough resources to get sprinklers rolling. So we're gonna get those all set up, and then we'll get the sprinklers set up, and then start planting the parsnips we just bought. Alright, day 13 here. We will not harvest what we got going on because it is the egg festival, so I can't buy anything. So I don't want my hot spots to go away. So we just head straight up into the mines for the day. Alright, day 14. We've got lots of parsnips ready to harvest. So we get these guys harvested, and our mining from yesterday, we're able to make more sprinklers. So we'll get our sprinklers formation set all up, and then we'll head off to Pierre's, and we were able to make some good money at Pierre's today, and then we were able to get 240 or so parsnips. So then we head back, plant, hoe, water, and repeat until the day's over. Alright, day 15. With all the parsnips planted yesterday, I've got lots and lots of watering to do. So that's what we do for the first chunk of the day. At least the sprinklers are getting something covered. And then the rest of the day we just head off fishing. Haven't done that in a while, and I'm gonna need some more food. Alright, day 16 consists of lots and lots and lots of watering, and lots of parsnip planting and hoeing and more watering. The top half of the farm here all just needs to be watered. The bottom half, parsnips are ready. So we go sell those, and then we just buy, rinse, and repeat for today, guys. Alright, day 17. Nothing super exciting for us here today. Just watering. Oh, I've got probably over 300 parsnips at least. So that's all today's. Alright, day 18. We've got a good handful of these guys ready to be harvested. So we harvest those, run on over to Pierre's, sell them all up. We make a pretty penny of over 10 grand, and then we sell them we get about 500 parsnips in return. So I've got a lot of work ahead. Dimitri also shows up, and I get the mushrooms, so I can have some energy source every day. So the rest of the day is going to be planting, watering, hoeing. Gonna have to take down some more trees to get all these guys planted, so it's gonna be a long day. Alright, we are into the last 7-8 days of this challenge, and it's gonna be a whole lot of rinse and repeat, guys. We are gonna just water all these up and move on to the next day. Alright, day 20 looks pretty similar, except we also got some parsnips to harvest. So get those harvested, had some extra seeds. We only buy about what we harvested up because the day's counting down, the amount of parsnips, I just don't have enough time in the day, but we still buy a good handful of parsnips. And then we get those planted down and watered up. Day 21 is just a watering day, guys. And then we'll head on over to 22. Alright, a little mix up today. We gotta harvest things. So we harvest these guys up, head on over to Pierre, replenish what we did because we're running out of time. And then we just plant and water them and call it a day. Alright, the last handful of days of this challenge are all the same. I don't leave the farm only to go buy more parsnips, so I'm just going to give you guys a nice little montage here of the rest of this challenge, and then we'll chat about how much money I made at the end. All right, so day 27, we harvest all that we have. We head on over to Pierre's and sell it off. We don't buy anything new. And drum roll for the total money I made this whole challenge. How much do you think you could make in 27 days of only selling parsnips? Alright guys, time for the reveal. We made $77,793 all just from parsnips. Which I would say is a pretty good amount of money. I would have liked to seen more by the end of this challenge. I think if I would have maybe spent more time in the mines to be able to get more sprinklers. I think it comes down to sprinklers, because watering 700 parsnips is just not reasonable. And I think that's how I could have made more money. I would be interested to see if I did it again, if I could make more. If you guys do this challenge, let me know how much money you can make and what tips and tricks you used to be able to beat my total earnings. Awesome. Thanks for watching.